Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Technology at Your Fingertips. In this session, you're going to learn how to manipulate a simulation to get an idea of how the moon changes phases. A simulation is really a demonstration of how a process really works. So, scientists use models to convey their ideas to us. Well, a simulation is a model, but it's a model that is able to move. Scientists are able to use technology to make the model move to really show you how the process works. So this is a simulation of the Earth-Moon system, so you can see the different phases of the moon. So you'll see here there are different buttons on the simulation. This right here is for the camera. It turns the camera on and off. There we go. This right here controls the sun, so it turns the sun on and off. This just tells you that the model is not to scale. Here is the time scale. So if you click this arrow, you can change how you view the simulation, whether you view the moon phases as they change by minutes, by hours, by days, by weeks, or by months. So when you get to do it yourself, you can play around with it. You can change the time scale and see how that changes how the moon phases change. Okay? All right. So here we here we're seeing two views. Okay, so over here is a menu. You can change from one view to another. This is a 2 view. You can also change to the 3 view. Okay, so this here is a view from Earth. So if you're standing on Earth looking up at the moon on a moonlight night, this is what you see. This top view is as if you were up in space looking down on the Earth. All right, so these are two different views. Now, when you want to change view, you go to the menu and you see we have the 2 view, we have the 3 view. So now we want to look at the 3 view. We click on 3 view, we select yes, and now we have 3 different views. So this is now called a system view. So you see how over here, all we're seeing is the moon, as if we were looking at it from Earth. On this view, the top view, we are seeing the moon and the Earth and the sunlight. We're not seeing the full sun. In the system view, we're seeing the whole system, the Earth, the moon, and the sun. All right? So when we observe the system view, we see how the entire system interacts. Okay? We see how the moon moves around the Earth as the Earth moves around the sun. Down here, we have the time, another time scale, like a calendar. So the simulation will run for a whole year. We'll see how the moon phases change month by month for a whole year. When it gets to December, it will stop and we can start it all over again. All right. This middle here shows you how the days change. And this shows you how the hours change as we run the simulation. This button here, we can change the layout of the system view. If you click the top button here, it gives you a view like that. This one gives you the flat view like this, and this one also changes the view. Okay, so when you get to use the simulation, feel free to play around with it, change different buttons, see how it works, make your observations. Now, to start the simulation, we click on the arrow, the play arrow right here. Okay, and as you see, the different views begin to change. All right, you can focus on one view at a time, and you can play it again to look at a different view, and you can compare and contrast to make your different observations. All right, so on this one, the view from Earth, you'll see how the face of the moon changes from dark to light and back again, and it shows you the name of each moon phase. I know you've learned these in your science class. The top view, like I said, shows you the view from above the Earth looking down, and then the full system view, you're seeing how the moon is orbiting the Earth as the Earth is orbiting the sun. All right. And like I said, if you want to, you could change the time scale. You can speed it up by looking at the weeks, or look at the month, or you can slow it down by looking at the minute or looking at the hour. So it's all up to you. As you see, the time is that the month is moving here, the days are moving, and the hours are also moving. Okay, so this is the simulation. Take your time, go through it, make observations. Remember, what you're seeing is how the different phases of the moon change. Okay, and how the sunlight affects how the phases of the moon change. So bear in mind what you learned from your science teacher, and use the simulation now to get a better understanding of how the moon changes phases and why it changes phases. Enjoy!